Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Everyday Leader series. We are here today with another amazing guest, as usual, and we have today Dr. Azarias Kassahun. So, Dr. Azarias Kassahun is an accomplished associate professor of neurosurgery and head of the neurosurgery division at Allard Hospital. He is also a fellow and external examiner for Kassahun. He specializes in spine surgery, particularly spine trauma. Dr. Azarias is dedicated to neurosurgical capacity building in Ethiopia and is recognized for his leadership, impactful research, and commitment to patient centered care. His rigorous personal discipline, including the daily routine of running 10K and participation in the famous Great Ethiopian Run multiple times, complements his professional excellence. So we are excited to have him here today. And for the audience out there, Dr. Azarias is a mentor that I had before I even know the word mentor existed. As an older brother, he has influenced a lot of my decisions in life, and he's been a great mentor to me so far. So, without further ado, I would like to welcome Dr. Azarias. Dr. Azarias, welcome to the Everyday Leader series.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I think I'm muted.
No, you're not. We can hear you perfectly.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes. So we have a culture here on the Everyday Leader series where we ask our leaders, our guest leaders, uh, what everyday leader means to them. So, what does it mean to you?
It's I've never thought about it before you invited me to this podcast. So I think what it means is it's someone who shows leadership in day-to-day actions, and it means it's not just about these grand gestures, just show leadership quality in every day. It's about, guiding and inspiring others through integrity and dedication and commitment to achieve excellence. And it does not really depend on your formal title. It doesn't matter whether you're the head or not. Just have to, you know, inspire others through your actions. I think that's what it means.
Yeah, that's you put it really beautifully. That is what an everyday leader means. It's leadership is something you practice every day, like you said. So and traditionally we're used to celebrating people once they have achieved years and years of leadership, and that's when we recognize them. But there are a lot of people who do the work every single day to bring about change, especially in the healthcare system that we currently work in. So thank you for that great description of what an everyday leader means to you. So you are head of neurosurgery division at Alert Hospital currently, and you've done a lot of research. You've been involved in a lot of research projects. How do you cultivate like a high performing team in a demanding field like neurosurgery, especially when it comes to working in a very resource limited setting, hospitals in Ethiopia? How do you do it?
That's a very good question. I think it's important to have some sort of clear vision and shared purpose with your team to have this high performance. It's as you know, neurosurgery is it's a demanding practice, so you need to have individuals that are dedicated and with, as I said, clear vision and shared purpose. So I don't think I can take the credit to create that kind of team. I give credit to my mentors and teachers, but following the footsteps. I think we, my badge, including myself, and those following us also have that shared purpose and vision. And then you have to have that, empowerment and skill development, and you have to share your knowledge without any restraints.
Mm.
So you invest in continuous training and mentorship.
Mhm.
Give opportunity to our juniors, whoever is interested in any specific area of neurosurgery will be given the opportunity to pursue their dreams, and
Mm.
that's extremely important to have people on your side and to have a common goal and have a high performing team. The other one is you have to, as you know, we are in a resource limited setting, so we focus on optimizing existing resources, and we also leverage international collaborations to coordinate surgical campaigns
Mm.
and also to get uh, people involved in continuing medical education and improving skill of surgeons. That's also very important. Another important thing is, even though our society in general is has a vertical hierarchy, and in our unit it's not as such. It's usually horizontal, and we have open communication and regular feedback. So that culture would be extremely helpful to have to make a team member feel like they're valued and
Mm.
their input is put in action. So taking all these would help in cultivating a highly motivated team, and also you you know having a supportive environment within the unit is extremely helpful to cultivate a high performing team. So these things are extremely important: clear vision, shared purpose, empowerment and skill development, and being resourceful, using international collaborations, and having open communication, and making each person in the team feel like they're heard
Mhm.
are very important things to have a high performing team.
Yeah, wow, great points. I mean, feedback is extremely important and crucial, like you said, and collaboration and more of a horizontal relationship than a vertical one, where it's more authoritarian when it comes to it, a vertical leadership structure or culture. So those are great points. And to be honest, you need to be very creative and very flexible in a setup like ours, because you always have to compromise almost on every single level of decision making. So it takes a lot of creativity for somebody such as yourself to be a leader in such a challenging environment. But to follow up on that, when you have trainees, they're inspiring to be neurosurgeons, right? But the surgical team expands beyond the surgeon and the trainees or the residents. You have the other professionals, the supporting team that comes with it, like the scrub nurses, the anesthesia techs. You have the CSR, the janitors, the head of nursing, just a whole bunch of people, a whole lot of professionals are crucial for the everyday execution of the work we do. So, how do you cultivate that, um, or inspire them to that same vision and goal? Because it's a bit different, I would assume. How has been your experience?
So all team members are encouraged to contribute to the team. So we would have good communication with them. We would ask them what they need, try to provide, trainings and anything else that's within our reach to make their lives easy. And sometimes when you find someone who's really dedicated, that would be given an opportunity to pursue, to advance their careers somewhere else. So that would be helpful, and would always take their input seriously, and then there will be dealt with. Whatever issue they raise is
Mm.
going to be taken seriously. So if they're made to feel like their say matters, they would they would put forward their comments or suggestions or their whatever they have, and then we're going to deal with it. And that would that has really helped us in connecting with the all the team members, including nurses, anesthetists, and all the others that are part of the team. That's what
Yeah.
we.
Okay, yeah, communication. Communication is crucial, to be honest. It can never be underplayed, as you pointed out. Um, so, looking back at your own journey from, graduating, fresh graduate, working as a general practitioner to, your position now as an associate professor and head of a department or division, what has been the most significant personal challenge you have overcome, and what did it teach you about resilience and leadership?
Well, I've learned a bunch of things. The resilience when I went from being a general physician to until now. So the first thing is, I think, that's adaptability. So you read something on the textbooks, you read the standards, but when you come to the ground, you have to
Mm,
adapt and innovate and still try to deliver high quality care with limited resources. So the first thing I learned is adaptability.
mm,
The other thing is, I would say, probably perseverance. Going
mhm,
through medical school 6 years, and then going through residency, and you know long years of training, they teach you perseverance, and you have to see your friends that finish school early and get money, and still have to you know
yeah,
go back to school, and you're still a student when they are living better than you, and that just teaches you perseverance. And
mm,
you also learn that things don't uh, last as much as you think they would last. They
mm,
usually there are phases in life, so you would
mm,
learn to persevere through all those long years of training. And the other thing is that goes with perseverance is mental fortitude.
mhm,
So you learn to maintain focus and be dedicated in high pressure and life or death situations. As you know, neurosurgery patients are not like other patients. They are extremely critical. Surgeries are very delicate,
mm,
so you need mental fortitude. So this is the resilience I learned uh, through training and through work after training. And
mm,
leadership lessons I've learned, I would say, you need to have you need to lead by example.
mhm,
So you need to show unwavering commitment and strong work ethic despite you know low payment, and despite having no resources sometimes,
mm,
and being dependent on donations and stuff like that. You still need to show unwavering commitment. So
mm,
that's one lesson. The other lesson is relying on my team. there are complex challenges, and those complex challenges are not they cannot be handled by one person. You need your team,
Hmm.
especially my teachers. They have taught me a lot, and I rely on them to make any decisions. And you know, all the things we have achieved through the neurosurgical training program has been possible by collective effort and fostering strong team bonds. So relying on your team is extremely important. The other thing is advocacy. So you need to advocate for resources, for training, and policy changes. Even though you might not be effective, but you have to try and advocate for those things.
Yeah.
The other thing is having a vision, a strategic vision,
Mm,
not just treating patients, but try to build sustainable systems
mm,
and capacity for the futures. Well, I think the neurosurgery training program has trained more than 80 neurosurgeons for the past 14, 15 years, and that's a big achievement.
mm,
That's having a strategic vision.
mm,
So these things are leadership lessons I've learned through my training and through work until now.
mm. Wow, those are incredible, incredible lessons and incredible points you've mentioned. Um, so much to unpack, excuse me, on every single point. But like you said, the most important thing is not to give up or feel limited because of your circumstances, and like you said, using personal qualities that you have, and also using the people around you, the team around you, to overcome challenges and aim for something bigger. So I know when people heard you say we've trained over 80 trainees so far in neurosurgical programs, they might think it's too small, but there are African countries with like one or two neurosurgeons still to date. So it's huge compared to the size of the population we have. I mean, do we have a long way to go? Of course, almost in every specialty is the same case, but it is huge progress. And like you said, neurosurgery is quite a demanding profession, and also the training program is quite demanding as well. Um, you have been involved in neurosurgical capacity building, as you mentioned. Advocacy is part of your practice. What are some of the challenges and triumphs you've experienced expanding access to specialized neurosurgical care, and what roles do you think research and publication play in driving innovation in the field in our country?
Lots of questions packed in one.
Sorry about that.
Leadership challenges and capacity building. I would say the biggest challenge is resource scarcity.
Mm,
So lack of adequate equipment, infrastructure, and specialized personnel has been, yeah, I would say the biggest challenge
mm,
in capacity building. The government usually focuses on areas like infectious diseases like TB, HIV,
mm,
malaria, and child and maternal health,
mm,
infant mortality, and vaccinations, and areas of focus of the government are those.
mm,
So surgical fields are usually taken as some sort of secondary or tertiary.
mm,
So there is no like allocation of equipment or infrastructure for specialized fields. So resource scarcity has been the biggest challenge.
mm,
The other thing is that goes with the resource scarcity is policy and funding. As I say, government focuses on infectious diseases and those areas that are third world problems. So
mm,
policy and funding has also been extremely difficult. That's one big challenge. The other thing would be geographic disparity. After training uh, neurosurgeons, they are going to be concentrated in urban centers. So extending specialized care to rural areas has been one challenge in leadership. So those are, I'd say, the major challenges in leadership.
mm,
So the major triumph would be training and mentorship. So directly contributing to training new neurosurgeons, as I said, 80 plus neurosurgeons in our training has been the biggest triumph. The other one is having international collaborations. We've had successful collaborations, and we've been, pushing boundaries in different areas of training care. So neurosurgical service has had a tremendous change since I started training. So we still lack some specific areas of service, but still there have been a big change with the international collaboration.
mm,
So that's one triumph. The other one is surgical campaigns. So we've been having campaigns especially for children with spina bifida and hydrocephalus.
mhm,
So we have been coordinating to reach underserved populations. The other would be founding the Society of the Ethiopian Neurosurgical Professionals. So
mm,
that has been one of the triumphs of this capacity building. These are some triumphs I would mention.
mm,
The other is role of research and publication in innovation. So, as you know, we uh, we need to have an evidence-based practice. What we have is usually Western publications. So,
mhm,
Western publications, even though they are the cornerstone of our practice, we need to have a local data, and we need to interpret that local data into something useful for our everyday practice.
mhm,
So the patient population is different, the type of disease we have is different,
mm,
the resources we have are completely different. So evidence-based practice has been one of the role of research and publication in innovation. So we
mm,
have changed protocols, we have shifted our treatment methods because of the research and publications
mhm,
we have. So it has been extremely helpful in the clinical service, having being involved in research and publication. And also, global recognition is one thing.
mm,
So that would elevate Ethiopia's neurosurgical community on the international stage. So
mhm,
that attracts partnerships and funding and things like that. So that has been one. So we have been collaborating globally in head injury studies and studies with spine injury
mm,
has been you know achieved. Those are achieved through research and publication.
mm,
And the other is problem identification. We need to identify specific local challenge, and we we contact policymakers, and we can consult policymakers on what have been the specific things that can be that need to be addressed
mm,
to improve care. So these are some of the rules of research and publication and innovation, I would say.
Yeah, wow. So much to learn from what you just described. I think, like you said, what stands out to me is interpretation of the research, because that's where evidence-based practice comes in, right? We tend to, there are not a whole lot, but there are quite a lot of publications that come out from all teaching institutions around the country. But how many of those research results or data have been translated or practiced in the setup? How they have they affected any change in the patient care? So interpretation of the data is extremely crucial, and I agree with you. But I think for me, I've always have this attitude where we need to protect our own data. A lot of research collaborations take place, but we're just handing over the our patient data to somebody else, and we really don't see significant change in our practice because of that. So I think owning our own data, owning our own research findings to affect change in our practice is extremely crucial. And thank you for pointing that out. So this is all the work you do on the side of uh, teaching and within the confinement of the hospital, or specifically the professional associations and professional side of things. But you've also engaged in with the public through TV, radio, and YouTube educational videos and different interviews you've done. So what motivates you to share your knowledge and experience with the wider audience, and what impact do you hope to achieve through those platforms?
So the motivation. So I used to shy away from these TV, radio interviews because I thought it would just be promoting myself.
Mm,
But I gave it a thought, and then it is very important because you need to teach the community. It's a community service. It's it's not only being in the OR or just being patients in the clinic.
mm,
You have to teach the community. So you have to reach the wider community beyond hospital walls, and you have to serve the wider population also. So that's one important thing I thought of. And then, my motivation was to raise public health awareness. So preventive medicine is extremely important. Early intervention is extremely important for many neurological conditions. So raising the public awareness about these things is extremely important. So
yeah,
that's one important motivation. The
mm,
other thing is you have to sort of demystify neurosurgery because people think it's
mm-hmm,
not only think, but it's neurosurgery has complex medical information.
mm-hmm,
So you need to make that accessible to the general public to reduce fear and promote understanding. That's very important because people would shy away if they don't understand it, if it's too complex for them. So you have to break it down, and you have to help make the bridge between this complex medical information and the wider public. The other thing is you need to address misinformation. So people are misinformed about lots of things. They just listen to their neighbors. They listen to the people they drink coffee with. So providing accurate and expert-led information
yeah,
in in an era of widespread health myths, it's extremely important.
yeah,
So these are some of the things that motivated me to engage with the public through TV and radio and YouTube. Even though I don't think I'm doing much, but um, I'm trying to connect with the public.
yeah,
So the desired impact would be having better health literacy. So individuals would be empowered to make informed decisions about their health, and maybe early symptom recognition, helping people identify warning signs of neurological condition. So that would result in a timely medical attention, which is important. Some things caught early would be cured. So it's better to recognize symptoms early. The other is to reduce stigma. So, conditions like hydrocephalus or spina bifida are associated with stigma. So people think it's a curse, it's this and that. So you have to tell them, you have to teach them that these things are medical conditions and they can be treated. And also, you build trust. So being available to the public through TV and radio and YouTube would help foster trust between medical community and the public. It's another important thing you need to that I want to achieve. And the last but not least, probably inspire the next generation. You need to encourage young people to consider careers in medicine, especially in neurosurgery, because there is a critical shortage, and that's also one thing I would like to have an impact on. So these are the things.
Yeah, wow. That's those are excellent points, and I think it is the burden is on us as professionals to create an informed population and to, like you said, empower them to take control over their health decisions instead of, like you said, all the platforms we just spoke about also uh also present not necessarily factual information about a lot of things involved in healthcare. So it is the burden is on us to put ourselves out there to demystify certain topics, like you said, and uh, just help the population, bring them closer to modern medicine, which can be far for certain groups. So it's crucial, really. So we're gonna go to couple of questions from the audience, and then we're going to take a quick break before we proceed. So, Brahano Asafa asks, what are the toughest challenge you've encountered in everyday leadership so far?
I think I touched on this when you asked me earlier. Um, the leadership challenges, like the resilience, as I said, I talked about adaptability. You need to learn to innovate and deliver high quality care in resource limited areas, and learn perseverance through long years of training and working in a resource limited setting, trying to commit and continue to have a professional development and give the best care possible through in a resource limited setting. Uh, it's extremely difficult, and having mental fortitude, maintaining focus and dedication in life or death situation. Those are the challenges, and maybe the lessons. I think the other one is lessons learned, right?
Yeah.
Through those. So yeah, so I learned to rely on my team. As I said, my mentors, my teachers, I rely on them, and also all the other members. Also, I rely on them to help me tackle those complex challenges that require collective effort, and we try to maintain a strong team bond.
Mm.
We have good communication. So communication is one important lesson I learned, and leading by example is very important. So demonstrating unwavering commitment and strong work ethic to inspire others to rise to the occasion is one lesson I learned. Sorry.
There you go.
The other one is having a strategic vision. Just, it's not only treating patients, you need to build sustainable systems, and you need to build capacity for the future of the university, the neurosurgical division, and also neurosurgical care in Ethiopia. So these are the lessons I learned.
Yeah. Okay. Next question is from Dr. Helena. She asks, "How do you stay calm under pressure and lead a team in a high stakes situation?"
Staying calm under pressure. It's so the first thing is you have to expect it,
Mm,
especially as a surgeon. I think that's how our mind works. So whenever you go into a case, even if it's, the pathology might be easy, but you always think of the worst. And thinking of the worst outcome would help you be ready, and you would be mentally ready to tackle it. You would know what to do if it happens. If it doesn't happen, well, good. But if it happens, you have to be ready. So that's one important thing. Just be ready. So hope for the best, but be prepared for the worst. That's how I stay calm under pressure. So most surgeries I do are complex surgeries. So I always, you know, be ready for the worst. So
mm,
when you're like that, when you expect things would go bad, you won't be surprised. So
yeah.
stay calm. So, because you have already expected it. It's not a surprise. So
Yeah.
one thing that would help you with that would be uh, knowing your area, knowing your specialty, knowing what you're dealing with would help you with that. So try to have deep knowledge about things.
Mm,
So when you know things, you would know what to expect. You would know what would that might go wrong, and then if it happens, you would be calm and you deal with it. And just know that you're only human. Things
mhm,
happen. They don't happen only to you. They would happen to everyone. So you're not special. It's fine if it happens. So try to deal with it. So that's how I try to stay calm and under pressure, and also, make the team part of the solution.
mm,
Communicate with your team, give them the opportunity to contribute to solutions, but you have to make the final call. That's also very important. You have to be decisive.
mhm,
Whether you're wrong or right, you have to decide. So it's better to decide and be wrong instead of not deciding
mhm.
and just, let things be. It's
Yeah.
important to decide because you would learn. So every opportunity is a learning opportunity, whether you're wrong or right. It's a learning opportunity, especially when you're wrong. It's a learning opportunity.
Yeah.
When you're right, you're not going to learn. So try to see things as opportunities to learn.
Mm.
That's how you can lead a team in a high stake situation.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that. We have another question from Surafil. He's a pediatric neurosurgeon fellow, so I'm sure you've taught him or you know him somewhere. Surafil Makonnen. He is asking about, work-life balance and things like that, which are topics we're going to be touching on within the next couple of questions. So I'm gonna hold off on his question for a little bit, and we're gonna take a quick break so that you can grab water or coffee or whatever, and we will be back in a few seconds.
Okay.
All right, perfect. So we're gonna continue with more, personal questions now, because you are not only known for uh, being a great teacher or a phenomenal neurosurgeon. You are also known for other personal uh, characters that are great reflections of the discipline that you have as an individual. So I know you run every morning, what, around what, 10K? Like, you run a lot. I know that. Before anybody wakes up in Addis, you are the one running all the streets. And you have completed the Great Ethiopian Run multiple times, have won medals. And I know you follow a very strict and healthy diet. So how does all these things that you do, all these personal disciplines, translate into and support your demanding professional life as a neurosurgeon?
Yeah, so I don't run every morning,
Oh, you
but I
don't?
run. I
You
am
cut back?
I enjoy running, but I don't run every morning because it would be difficult to maintain muscle bulk with a lot of running. So I've cut back running, but I work out almost every morning. So I work out 6 days a week. I run twice a week. I run one day I run like 5K, another day I run like 12.3 kilometers. So I still run. I enjoy physical activity. So, physical stamina and mental acuity, they go hand in a hand. That's that's what I think.
Mm,
Neurosurgery demands intense focus and precision and long hours. So, a rigorous fitness routine builds the physical stamina necessary to endure
mm,
those lengthy surgeries and you know demanding work.
mm,
And morning runs, I always work out in the morning before I go to work. So working out, it clears my mind. It reduces stress. Exercise has a benefit. It helps release endorphins. So that would reduce stress. It would enhance mental clarity, and also it would give me some sort of feeling of winning.
mm,
When I wake up in the morning and when I finish a workout, when I finish a run,
mm.
I would feel like I won, I achieved something. So that would give me
Boost.
some sort of, a springboard kind of,
Mm,
leap into the day.
mm,
So that would give me a good energy for the day.
mm,
And working out every day, it has taught me discipline and consistency. So uh, maintaining consistent fitness and diet regimen, it directly translates to my professional life.
mm,
So it having a routine,
mm,
a daily workout routine, it reinforces the habits of meticulous planning,
mm,
execution, and adherence to planning and protocols.
mm,
It teaches you the value of progress and perseverance towards long-term goals, because when you work out, you're not going to see results next week or
mhm,
in a month. it takes a very long time to see change. So
Yeah.
it would teach you the value of those gradual changes and progress. The other thing is it would help you with managing stress. So it's a powerful stress reliever. Working out, running, it's a stress reliever. So it helped me relieve my stress, and I would process my mental demands and emotional
Yeah.
ups and downs when I work out.
Mm,
So it's I it's a high stakes profession. If I do
mm,
something wrong, patients would go either paraplegic or
mhm.
go quadriplegic, or they might even die.
Yeah.
So, dealing with that is extremely stressful. So, working out it helps me deal with this high stakes pressure.
Yeah, that's
The challenging events, like like long runs and things like that, they would help me build mental resilience to never give up.
mm-hmm.
So it would help you overcome professional obstacles. So that helps me building resilience. And also, I would be a role model. Maintaining personal well-being sets an
Mm-hmm.
example for colleagues and residents.
Mm-hmm.
Promoting a holistic approach to a demanding career. You don't you don't have to be like a fat surgeon or someone who's unfit to be a nurse. You don't have to neglect your physical well-being to be a good surgeon.
Mm-hmm.
You can do both. You can take care of yourself physically and mentally, and you also can be a good surgeon. You can be a good leader.
Mm-hmm.
Not only physical exercises, but I try to also read outside my profession. I try to read
Mm-hmm.
economics, philosophy, psychology, and what have you. I don't like fictions. I almost always read non-fictions, so I also try to be knowledgeable about lots of things. And I think one of the questions Surafel raised is this the book.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
I might say one important book that has a significant impact on my work ethic and my life in general would be Meditations by Marcus Aurelius.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Roman emperor who's a Stoic. So that's my life philosophy. I try to be a Stoic.
Mm-hmm.
Try to achieve the best I can, and try to you know live for the betterment of life for people around me. So that would be Meditations would be the book I
Mm-hmm.
would say that has a significant impact on my life in general.
Yeah. Wow. That is, I mean, you put it so well because you start leading from leading yourself. You cannot just get up and become leader to others. It doesn't work that way. Because leadership is practice. Like we said, it's something you practice every single day. It's something you practice in every single decision you make in your life. So if you are not leading your personal life um, in a way that will, like you said, give you set you up for success, then it's very hard to lead others. And a lot of things in communication, in human communication, are non-spoken. So people see what you do, people see who you are, and then decide whether you can be a good leader or not. It's really, there is some obviously value to what you say and how you communicate, but a lot of things are unspoken. A lot of communication is unspoken, and I think that having that personal discipline, uh, shows that if you are able to lead yourself, then you're definitely capable of leading others. So that's a great point. And, in a high stress profession like ours, being a surgeon, being responsible to somebody else's life at that level, um, creates a lot of stress. And it's easy to go to other outlets uh, to deal with stress, right? Like you can go into addiction. You can hide under, alcohol or smoking or any other form of stress reliever that might give you a quick relief, but have significant effect on your health and obviously your mental well-being as well, and eventually can actually hinder you from practicing the most beautiful thing that you enjoy to practice, which is being a surgeon or being a good leader. So even though, like you said, it's painful at the moment, it might feel like a struggle at the moment, but the long term benefit of having healthy stress outlets is very crucial to achieving sustainability in your professional life. So yeah, thank you so much. I really think the audience have learned a lot from this message that you just shared with us. Um, so, as someone who embodies both, professional and personal excellence, what single piece of advice would you offer to the listeners, the everyday leaders who aspire to make significant impact in their own fields and their own lives?
Hmm, that's a tough question. One thing,
Or it can be two.
I would say prioritization and non-negotiables are extremely important. These are the things you need to focus
Mm,
on. So you need to know personal health is foundational to professional effectiveness.
mhm,
So you need to be healthy to be effective and to practice what you love.
mm,
So make your personal health non-negotiable. The other thing is uh, the other thing that needs priority and non-negotiable thing is family. So
mhm,
focus on family, give time to your family, your children. That's extremely important.
yeah,
So prioritize and know your non-negotiables. That would be the most important thing. Know that the just know that having those things in line would
mhm,
result in having the most productive and effective professional life.
mm,
So that would probably be my piece of advice for the listeners.
yeah. Wow, that is very, really, truly inspirational. You know, I think a lot of people go through life without asking important questions, um, especially when it comes to knowing oneself. Uh, you're never too young to know what your priorities are. You're never too young to know what your values are. So at a very young age, you have to know those things. Yes, do people change over time? Yeah, they do. Life affects all of us, and eventually our life principles and things like that would change. But usually, the core values that we have remain the same, and it's very crucial, like you said, to know those things about ourselves, reflect on the values that we have, and make sure every decision we make throughout our lives aligns with those things. and we just don't, just go through life with out of convenience, right? Because at the end of the day, we have to answer to ourselves, uh, and we need to make sure we stay true to our values and, like you said, priorities, and make sure that we do not compromise our non-negotiables, because it is going to eventually fire back if you don't value those things and if you don't have self-respect. Yeah, thank you so much, Azzy. It's been an hour. It don't feel like an hour, and I'm so excited that people got to hear from you about all these valuable lessons about personal leadership, discipline, and how it all translates into becoming actually a leader in a highly demanding field, like, neurosurgery. And I've had the luxury of having you as my mentor since day one, since literally I was born. And I think from this 1 hour conversation, just from this 1 hour conversation, people can see how much of a great leader you are. And I really appreciate you for being on our series, and hope to have you back soon with more lessons to share with our listeners.
Thank you for having me. That's been fun.
Yes, yes, for sure. All right, Azzy, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. And yeah, see you soon.
Yeah, see
Bye.
you. Bye.